We are here at Kongsberg Multicam booth in Las Vegas at Printing United 22. First of all, it's really great to see there's a lot of people at the show. There's also quite a few people here on the Kongsberg Multicam booth, and I'm here with Matt. Matt, you're new to the industry.
I am.
You're new at Kongsberg Multicam, and you're the big chief of America, right?
Yeah, the grand fromage, as they say, right?
Yeah. So how is it working for a company like this?
Excellent. It's a really exciting time, really, to be here. It's been 4 years since we've been at Printing United. You know, seeing the crowd, the people, the rebirth of this new organization. You know, we acquired Multicam almost a year ago, so we really are the first company that can offer digital cutting, fabrication, and routing all in one. Right, so it's a really big challenge. I've been here since May, but enjoying every last minute of it.
And when you look at the challenges, I mean, there's no reason to having a responsible person if it's not because there's challenges. So
Sure.
What are the challenges? I mean, of course you want to sell more, I guess.
Sure,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the initial challenge is we had two established organizations.
Yeah.
Right, so building bridges in the organization to pick up the efficiencies, driving standard process, a strategy, you know, really trying to capture as much of the market as we possibly can. That has been the real challenge for us. You know, but we see greater days ahead.
And if you look at since May, that's like 5 months or something,
Sure.
5-6 months. So in that time, have you been mostly involved in that part of bridging the two organizations?
Absolutely.
Or, yeah.
I've worked in private equity portfolio companies
So
the
you know
majority
how
of my
it is
career.
to do things like this.
Exactly, right? So there's a playbook, right?
Yeah.
And so we're executing that playbook in support of the investment thesis to really build this one organization and capture the market. Like I said, we're a unique organization, being able to offer all three pieces to the market, and now's the time to pull it all together.
I have a stupid question.
Sure.
I don't think I get a stupid answer, but I have a stupid question.
Sure.
Maybe not so stupid, because basically when you talk about that kind of merging and bridging organizations, on one side you have a European organization,
Yes.
and on the other side you have an American organization.
Yes.
The cultures, the pandemic, I mean, a lot of balls has been thrown into air, right?
You know, the interesting piece there, I'm a Canadian, right? So that's kind of the bridge in between the United States and Europe, right? So I have a more unique perspective to that.
Yeah.
So kind of understanding culture, I've worked in a European-centric company, American-centric company, you know, so we're really trying to take those values and really bake something really beautiful together.
And it seems, if you look at your booth, it seems that you are at least now you seem to give the public an insight. So, can you show me your booth?
Absolutely.
So just hang on a second here. So what? I mean, basically, of course, this is like the reception area where you welcome people, right? So how many people do you have on booth? Do you remember that?
So we have about 30 people here. We have some of our extended partners, so our channel partners are working with us too as well. They're part of our family. So they're here to support the activity. You know, we're really showcasing our full technology here. So we're really focusing on our routers, but more importantly, our digital cutting machines, really to support the show.
When you see a machine like this one, I know we're going to see some demos a bit later, but I think that Multicam and Kongsberg complement each other, because you have on one thing you have the more like traditional paper-based kind of substrates, and then you have something here that is like entirely different, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So more industrial, of course, right? So when you look at the Multicam business, their core markets are more industrial. Really the core business here is routers, right? So we're showcasing two of our router technology. This is the Apex 1R. Over here we have the Apex 3R that really capture the scalability depending on material size and some of the different material strength. We're showcasing on that.
And when you see machines like this, from the untrained eye, what is the major difference between these two machines?
So scalability, right? So you're looking at the size.
So that is like always the biggest thing when you look at this kind of thing is fast, speed, and also size
of material.
Yeah. And when you look at the way that this kind of machines operate, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, because when you think about not just in printing business, but in all industries, you have shorter and shorter runs, right?
Absolutely.
So this is like an example of how you can industrialize productions of one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
You know,
it looks great.
Absolutely. And you know, the interesting thing is when you look at the machine, if you're from outside the industry, You know, the technology of this gantry style is very similar whether you're looking at a digital cutting machine or you're looking at a router, right? So there's a lot of commonalities and synergies there too as well.
That was what I thought, because I don't know that differentiation.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Good. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So,
so we've been showcasing, these are the multicam solutions. So multicam routers, of course. Over here, we're going to get to really the main attraction. So looking at our Kongsberg solutions, this is really the core for the market that we're serving here at the show.
Is that like the bigger market for the combined company?
Absolutely. So the Kongsberg digital cutting solutions, really for the printing industry, right? So this is really what the main attraction is. Of course, Multicam does offer a digital cutting solution too as well on our Solero line, but this is really the bread and butter of the Kongsberg digital cutting.
And you know, again, what I think is amazing to see, you know, you would have thought that everything should be aligned totally square. But here it's like you can basically guide everything from the camera and the placement of the substrate to whatever you need, right?
Exactly. Yep. Very good.
How is it for you from an outsider to see this industry? It must be a big change in some ways, right?
You know, so I'm not a complete outsider. I work for a company called Gravotech. So Gravotech is based in France. They do more of gantry style, but cutting and engraving. So that's the unique piece, but very much similar technology.
Okay, so you were familiar with it to be
more of an adjacent market, I would call it.
Okay. And when you look at the American market, which is obviously your home base, what is, in your opinion, what is the potential? I mean, can you still grow here? Or?
Absolutely. So really the key to some of our investment thesis was the synergy, right, of the two organizations, trying to capture more of the market. You'll find companies that will have a multicam solution as well as deploy a Kongsberg solution too as well. So that's
when I interviewed Stuart just a moment ago, I asked him whether the market is mainly like you know, a consolidated market where you take market share, or it's still like a growing market? How do you see it in North America?
No, I still think that, you know, could be coming into some difficult times, right? So we all know that there's some economic challenges or headwinds ahead of us, you know, but we're looking at really changing our market strategy so we're more market verticals focused. So we'll have digital cutting as a vertical, routers and fabrication. So we feel with a stronger focus in these markets, we'll get better results.
But does that also mean that when you go to existing multicam customers, or you go to existing Kongsberg customers, that you have like an opportunity to sell up?
Absolutely.
Have both, so you basically can access a market that is already know you as a company?
Absolutely. So when you look at the Solero line and the multicam, that's the digital cutting solution within the multicam portfolio. It's more of a basic to medium level solution for the market. So you'll see a lot of customers that will look at the Solero or have utilized the Solero machine and then get introduced to the Kongsberg solution. They see the Kongsberg solution as the premium market. Nice. So we have the opportunity to upsell them from a Solero into to a Kongsberg solution.
Nice. And I mean, everybody of course know that America is like a huge market.
Right.
So it's just a matter of getting your Ford pickup started and then drive and visit all the companies.
It's a good analogy.
Is it I think the 150 Ford pickup was made into an electrical vehicle lately, right?
It is, and you're talking to a guy that came from Canada to the Detroit market, so the Motor City's near and dear to my heart.
Okay, we shouldn't talk about EVs then.
Sure.
Sorry, I was just curious on that one. Yeah. But basically, it is how you address the market by approaching them and show what you can do. And of course, I mean, when you come to a show like this, I don't know if you have time because it just opened.
Sure.
But I recommend you, also since you're new here, to go and see the competitors.
Yes.
Because you have to position yourself.
Absolutely, benchmark.
Yeah. Is that something that you already planned? Or?
Well, we met originally earlier this morning, as you know, while we were doing that walk around.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we're really cognizant of our competition, wanting to see what they're bringing to the market. Yeah. We brought some engineers here too as well to really evaluate what's new in the market and what's coming. But we really are, I feel like, the main attraction here. I'm not just saying that because it's part of my work.
Your location is great compared, right?
It's fantastic. Yeah. You know, as you can see, we have tremendous booth traffic through here too as well. Yeah. Lots of people that are really reviewing our equipment and seeing our story as a new company.
Yeah. When you look at, I know that you're not in the development, but I mean, of course, you influence it. Sure. Because I guess that you also learn from the market and give feedback to R&D, right?
Sure.
If you look at, let's say, the next step of both not companies, it's the same company, but both divisions, right?
Yep.
Is it speed, is it the size, or automation level, or what is the KPIs for the future, you believe?
So automation, workflow automation is also going to be
So that is
key.
also in this segment, it's just like...
Absolutely, right? Everything needs to tie together in a factory floor, right? Whether it be a print shop or a factory floor, we need to have that workflow automation defined. It's a huge focus for us right now.
And you know, we're almost back to from the starting point here, so thank you very much for a great tour.
It's my pleasure.
I mean, we didn't have time to talk so much about products because we had so many other things to talk
Right.
about, but you have some colleagues that have promised to give us some demos, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we can start really here over at our Apex machine.
So that is the next step. But for now, Matt, I just want to say great meeting you.
Great meeting you too as well, Morten.
Always wish you the best for your endeavors
Thank you
here
very
in
much.
America. That's great.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Super.
Have a great show.
You too.
Thank
Thanks.
you.